Now, this was supposed to be a really big moment for this government, perhaps even, if it's accepted by the public very well, a precursor to a general election that could happen, according to some, as early as May the 2nd. So, at 12:30, up got the Chancellor of the Exchequer. His opening sentence, I simply could not believe. Here it is.
As we mourn the tragic loss of life in Israel and Gaza, the Prime Minister reminded us last week of the need to fight extremism and heal divisions. So I start today by remembering the Muslims who died in 2 world wars in the service of freedom and democracy. We need a memorial to honour them, so following representations from the Right Honourable Member for Bromsgrove and others, I've decided to allocate £1 million towards the cost of building one. Whatever your faith or colour or class, this country will never forget the sacrifices made for our future.
Well, here is my response. I went to the local cemetery here in Whitehaven, where there are nearly 80 people buried who died in 2 world wars, pilots, people washed up on the shores here in Cumbria, others who'd come back from the front and died of wounds. Here is my response to what he had to say. Over 100 years ago, we had men of more brain and foresight than our Chancellor. They decided at the end of the First World War, and we continued it throughout World War II as well, that everybody, regardless of race, rank or religion, would be buried beneath the same headstone. The principle was equality in death, recognising the contribution of all. And indeed, if you go to a big Commonwealth war grave cemetery in France or elsewhere, what you'll see is a stone of remembrance that says, for those of all faiths and none. We thought about this over 100 years ago. We do not need Jeremy Hunt putting forward the idea of a memorial to a specific religion. It is just plain wrong. I feel very strongly about this. I really, really do. It is Sajid Javid that was pushing for this memorial, but it shows a total lack of understanding of really how brilliant our leaders were 100 years ago at recognising everybody. We were to be unified in death and equal in death. Whether you won a Victoria Cross, didn't matter. Didn't matter who you were, what you were, you had exactly the same headstone. But it says so much, I think, about modern-day politics. We try to pander to each individual group rather than saying everybody in our country should be equal.